Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Vanguard Metabolic Nutrition channel. I am Franco, a metabolic reset specialist that optimizes health from the ground up. So, I want to start off by wishing everybody a happy New Year's Eve. For many of us, 2025 has been a wild year with lessons learned, some good, some not so good, with hopefully some growth in there and with a clear path of knowing where we're going into 2026. But if we're not there yet, we'll be talking about it, and I'll be sharing some of my personal lessons that I've learned and lessons that I've learned through our clinic and our growth of our Vanguard Metabolic Nutrition business and the services and people that we have reached and lives that we have touched. So let's start off with what we'll be talking about today. It'll be brief, as many of us are looking forward to getting together with our friends or families and gathering for festivities or feasts and ending the year well and going in with 2026 with good momentum. So let's talk about lessons learned, some reflections, how we can learn from these lessons to build systems that will last us and work on what we've already doing well and fine tune with what we need improvement on. So rather than just setting some goals that are sometimes difficult to reach and sustain, let's work on building systems that will lay the foundations to achieving optimal health and being able to sustain it for long term. So we'll be talking about how we can approach that and how we need to start with really setting the foundations, but really hyper focusing on meeting those needs to sustain those foundations. So personally, the beginning of 2025, I was coming out of a metabolic decline. So as many of you know, over 20 years ago when I first experienced a metabolic decline after a deployment and due to some some environmental exposures and toxins and other hormone disruptors, along with having the genetic predisposition for diabetes. I quickly developed the beginnings of diabetes and had a metabolic decline, which led me to pursue a degree and training in nutrition and exercise physiology, and later becoming a registered dietitian and a diabetes specialist, and now moving more towards metabolic health and classifying ourselves as metabolic reset specialists, but we'll discuss more about that. But I those systems worked and kept my body in remission and in really good health and good energy for about 20 years. But as our family grew and it grew quickly within a short time frame, everything changed, including the time we had available to prepare meals, to take care of ourselves, to rest, to exercise. And, sleep deprivation kind of became the new norm where it's no longer sleep deprivation, but more of a sleep restriction. So we had to readjust on how to live with these new changes in our life. But initially, it did take quite a toll on me. And I quickly, started declining in my energy, lessened, waking up in the middle of the night. I was waking up with sweet cravings. So I was going after the snacks that were intended for my wife and just eating to keep myself awake. And the more I did that, the more I craved those sweet snacks and the harder it became to resist. And that led to me not having any time to exercise. Even though I had some equipment here at home, I just didn't have the time to break away to be able to do that on top of keeping on with all the family and work and animal demands that were going on and still continue to go on. So I quickly lost strength. My pain flared up. It worsened. I started having some gastric reflux and other stomach upset issues. My energy just tanked. And I quickly gained weight in all the same places that I had seen before, around my belly area. Just seeing my arms, lose muscle size, and just feeling not good every day, and just really struggling to even drive to work without having to pull over to sleep. So this was a really difficult time, where it was one of the greatest times of our lives as our family was growing and we were caring for, young children. But at the same time, we had to put our health and our needs in the back burner. But with somebody that has metabolic decline, or has insulin resistance or diabetes or prediabetes, this can quickly shift your body composition to quickly gain fat, and fat not just around your belly area, but inside uh, your organs, known as visceral fat. So fat that sticks to your liver, to your kidneys, to your heart, creating all kinds of problems. Both at cardiac and all the way to brain and your kidneys and your liver. But we'll talk more about that. So I was experiencing all this. I gained, I want to say maybe probably close to 20 pounds of fat. And I don't know how much muscle I had lost, but I know it was significant. And what made it really difficult was the pain that I was experiencing that was limiting my ability to be able to care for my family properly, do my chores. And this made me fall kind of into a rut of not knowing how I was going to get out of it. So I really had to dig deep. And in combination with that, and listening to other people that were talking about, different stages in their health, and health experts, and taking in more of this information that was in front of me, but really taking it in, and reapplying it to myself in this new stage of life, then I was able to start slowly building systems to bring my health back. And I focus on what would be the most essential things to reverse the metabolic decline that I was experiencing. So I hyper focus on those specific goals. One of them was related to my eating patterns, and then the other one was related to physical activity. So my new reality was that I no longer had time to go to the gym and get in a full hour of workout, do cardio after, play tennis for, a long time. It was whatever I could do at the moment, and sometimes all I had was 5 minutes, 10 minutes, if I was lucky, 20 minutes. So I developed systems that I'll be sharing with you, and that I have now shared with my clients, to be effective and being able to optimize your muscle health, to improve your metabolic health while living a busy lifestyle, whether it's you have a family, you have multiple jobs, or your job is very demanding, you commute a lot, you travel, any of those things that most of us are going through nowadays. So with these systems that we have built, we implemented a 5-step metabolic reset protocol that we have now proved and tested in the field with the clients and the community members that we're helping. And we have seen drastic improvements in health, with hemoglobin A1C levels from 12% coming down all the way to levels of remission of below 5.8%, which is even remission of going into prediabetes, reversal of the progression of prediabetes, fatty liver clearing up, people breaking through weight plateaus and seeing their strength improve, regaining their energy, people improving their gut health, having less symptoms, being able to recover and rest better. So a lot of the things that I have experienced and I have been able to optimize and put into protocols, in combination with all the past experience that I've had up to this point, we've been really able to solidify and create these really effective systems. So our goal and intention going into 2026 is to share this with you all and make this available for everyone. So as our business has been growing, we also now started accepting all major insurances, Medicare, and now most recently VA and TRICARE. So we'll be able to help more people and be able to work with insurances or plans. And those that are not insured, we have, special programs, some that are one-to-one, uh, all-in programs where we do all the metabolic monitoring, have one-to-one contact, but we also going to have more affordable programs, membership-based and community-based. But we're also going to be putting in just as much information and tips to help you all really reach and sustain your goals going into 2026. So join us in this channel every other Wednesday to learn more about best practices, about client wins. We'll be hopefully having some interviews with other leaders of health and in the community to learn, what they're doing. But ultimately is a whole protocol where all the pillars have to be in place to really be able to sustain and achieve these long-term health goals. So stay tuned, as we'll be coming here every other Wednesday. And anything that you all want to hear about or want to know more about, we love to hear. But we'll also have a free challenge coming up to set off the year strong. So stay tuned, as we'll be providing more information about that. So happy New Year to you all, and I wish you all the very best. And from Vanguard Metabolic Nutrition, we're here with you every step of the way. Bye.